Hey guys, it's Coop from Garage Gym Reviews in the garage to do an unboxing of a very hyped product. This is one of Rep Fitness's most recent releases. They've been talking about these for a long time. This one, the Rep Aris, the open trap bar, lots of products. We've been waiting and finally the day is here. This is the Rep Safety Squat Bar. This is, at least on a value basis, seems like it could be a very competitive bar. But today what we're gonna do is I'm gonna unbox it, give my first impressions, we're gonna throw it on the rack, use it a little bit, and then I'm gonna talk about just first impressions in comparison to other bars that we've reviewed. The Rogue Safety Squat Bar, the Transformer Bar, the Mars Bar, the Elite FDS SS Yoke, and the Titan Safety Squat Bar version 2.0, which I think this is most close to, as well as, just so you know, if you'd like to watch it, we're gonna do an unboxing of the new Titan Safety Squat Bar that came out in comparison to this one. So if you'd like to see that, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Oh. All right, let's get into it. This is surprising in that this is the first safety squat bar I can remember that comes in 2 boxes. Most of the time, safety squat bars, they use welded handles like this kabuki right here. So that entire unit ships together, or say a Mars bar, which I have in the other garage. The Mars bar actually ships on a pallet. So one reason they're able to offer this bar at this price, including shipping, is because they're able to ship it in boxes, in 2 boxes. So pretty smart. So we'll start with the box that says don't use a knife, and we'll use it. Like, why would you not be able to use a knife there? Always cut towards your neck. Okay. All right, I was wondering what was in here, and it is the padding, so we can talk about that first, and that's it. Okay, wow. The reason I say wow, the vinyl on this is, it's pretty nice. This is better than what Titan was using. Like, here, just feel that leather. It's not leather, it's like a squeeze it, you know, feel some girth. There you go. Oh, yes. Yes, that is nice. And then the inside, foam, and it feels like there's actually 2 different foam types. There is the foam on the back, like yoke area, and if you look at like a high-end bar, which would be like the Elite FDS SS Yoke, they're using 2 layers of foam, like a more dense foam on the middle and then a softer foam on top. This is a single layer of foam, which is cheaper. But here, Sam, come over here. Tell me, is this softer than this? Just squeeze it.
No, I'd say
it's the same.
It's the same.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
It's the same.
Okay, so they're using the same foam throughout, but they're using it in this nice wrap with a Velcro backing and the nice Rep logo on the back. I would say this is actually thicker and better material than what Elite FTS uses, which is a fantastic bar, and we'll talk about after we use this. It just rips. It's annoying. So, good job on vinyl. I will say, that's kind of weird. All right, look. The padding on this side, I can do this easily. Literally, come over here. I don't know if it's different or thicker. Like, okay, now compress this one.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
So it's different. I don't know. We'll see if that feels different on the back.
Yeah.
Like that's not supposed to be like that. All right, let's open the barbell. Box, by the way, looks great. Typical Rep box. Logo, is it heavy? Good, Jocko Willink. Designed in Denver, Colorado, made in China. Watch this. You didn't expect that, did you? Okay, let's look at the packaging. Packaging matters. You get these bars and it's like, man, they're already broken in by the time you get them. You want something new. All right, so they've got it packaged with nice corner pieces, cardboard that's thicker, that helps protect the edges, foam inserts throughout. I actually like the layout, how they've got this in the center. It's just a nice unboxing process. Yeah, I get it, you guys are all tough, you don't care about the unboxing, but some people do. All right. One thing they do often is the QC pass. This was made in Factory 2 by Inspector Jack on something 2022. It passed with no rust, iron sand, scratches, dents, bent metal, pads look good, hardware instruction present, barcode is correct, which is kind of cool they do those. All right, take the center out. These are the handles. Those are nice, yes. Then let's take it out. Okay. Bring it up on, bring those handles. Okay, so the shaft portion is a different coating than the sleeves, which I love. They're using a black powder coat, which appears to be similar to the color and powder coat they used, Rep did on the HR 5000, which was their half rack. Rest in peace, HR 5000. It's got some sort of sparkle to it. Get in close, get in close. You can see the sparkle, the silver sparkle, which is very nice. It's not gritty. You don't need a gritty powder coat on something like this. The gritty powder coat would actually be more likely probably to like scratch or scrape off on J-cups than like this smooth glossy finish. So I like that they went with that. But then the sleeve, which if I open this fast enough, we'll get to, is chrome. That's nice. It's not ribbed, it's smooth. You know, everybody has different preferences on that, but this one is smooth, and then they're fixed. So they don't spin. Obviously, I mean, it would be preferable if it had a bushing in there, but for the cost, for a safety squat bar, I would rather have a lower cost than it be spinning. And then it's got the nice Rep end cap, laser cut, you know, it's stainless. I like it when they're branded for the bar. One thing that annoys me with these bars, I don't know if you guys are this way, maybe this is just because I have quite a few different bars, is they don't put the weight increment on them. This weighs 65 pounds. I would love it if every time I went to the bar, because I'm calculating weights, if I saw it said 65 on there. Kabuki's similar. It doesn't say the weight on it. There's others out there where they just don't say the weight. It's annoying. Even on specialty bars, they should put it, because they're not all 45 and they're not all 65 like this one. So we put the padding on. Ooh, slide that on there. Get in there, bar. Yes. Go to your home. Tighten that Velcro around. Man, this is the way they should ship all these specialty bars. Saves on shipping, and it's not like this isn't hard to do. Okay, we're in there like swimwear. Now, check out the handles. This is really one of the features that I was most excited for. These are supposedly quite girthy. You guys know we like girth on our handles. Girthy and knurly. Should be a t-shirt. Those are thick, dude. Oh, yeah, yes, yes. That knurling is nice. The Rep Camber multi-grip bar, it has knurling, but it's like, just hardly there. It's just like there so they can say there's knurling. This is knurling. This is how much knurling that bar should have. It's not overly aggressive, but it's actually something that's gonna help you hold it, and it feels like, it's just thick.
Feels like a mag light, you know, the old flashlight.
Kind of does. You could beat somebody with that bad boy. It feels like solid. It's not like, oh, it's just a hollow little piece of metal. No, this is real stuff here. Whew. All right, let's insert together. All right, screw on. It's got the blue Loctite on there, so it's solid. I personally like having removable handles. The reason being, yeah, you can use it without the handles for safety squat bar, and it'll like focus or prevent you from like lifting up on the bar to get out of the hole. That's one reason powerlifters will use them. But another reason is you could do JM press with the safety squat bar, where you remove these, you come down, and then you basically do a, like, I don't know, skull crusher kind of thing, and then a close grip press. Very nice, and the safety squat bar works well for that. One reason that the SS Yoke from Elite FTS never had them, and they followed suit both for shipping purposes and just because it increases versatility of the bar. I like that a lot. I also like, has a welded end cap. Let's come over here. Perfect example. I did not plan this. This is the Kabuki transformer bar. They've since changed this. They have like a screw-on type, but this is the first version they came out with of the new version. No plastic cap, plastic cap. The reason is because it's plastic. It comes out, looks crappy, like it's just annoying. There's no reason I need to have a hole in there. It's not like I'm in here sticking my finger in there all the time. Welded end cap, it's so stupid.
What diameter we got there?
I think this is probably 38. What was that, Sam?
38.1.
Say it so the people can hear it.
38.1!
Like I said, 38. Okay, now let's place it on the rack. This, just so you know, width of my rack is about as wide as racks are made. It's 49 inches. This is a Rogue rack. It's using Rogue cross members. Rep rack will be 47 inches, as will Sornex, and then Titan will be 48, and there's some other brands there that are somewhere in there, but 49 is typically the widest we'll see. Supposedly they made this and some of their other products so that they can fit on any rack, where we're kind of seeing with Rogue, they came out with their multi-grip bar, and it's almost too wide to use in a 47-inch rack. It's like made to be used in their style rack. Super annoying, goes back to the ecosystem conversation, but this should work in there according to their specs. Watch this. Oh, yes. Okay, so we're gonna put this on the rack for the first time and go. Oh yes. Enough width on either side so you can move it still on these J-cups. It's not gonna knock on the side when you re-rack it. So let's feel how it feels. I'll kind of walk you through it. One feature of safety squat bars that you really want is balance. Balance is really nice. So you want to be able to squat with it with your hands off of it. Sometimes that's hard to do if you don't have any weight on it, but we'll just see. I mean, the likelihood of this falling off is pretty low. So, I mean, it's, especially if you throw weight on here, I mean, this is supposedly, and I hate how companies do this, this is a 5.5-inch camber drop. That doesn't really tell me anything because none of the other companies either use that measurement or they just don't measure it. So like Titan, they use a 20-degree drop. It's like they do that on purpose so you don't really know. It feels very similar to the Titan or the Elite FTS SSB, SS yoke, which is kind of the gold standard. So at least without any weight on it, feels very good. Okay, we've got some weight on here. In terms of tolerances, like it's solid on the plate. Sleeve diameter, they're saying is 2 inches, but I mean, it may not be exactly 2 because this was actually not a crazy tight fit, but tighter than a lot of other specialty bars. But the 2 inches is nice because it's an Olympic standard, which means you can use Olympic collars on it like so. So it's like a barbell sleeve. Something you don't think about till you get an Elite FTS SS yoke in is it uses an axle bar sleeve, which is like a Schedule 80 pipe, a thinner diameter, and therefore you have to buy different collars, axle collars. So it's even more expensive, very annoying. Padding feels very solid. It's dense. Like I feel like it's more dense than what Titan's using on theirs. Titan's feels a little bit softer. I don't mind a denser material. It's a little bit less comfortable, to be honest, but that means it's probably gonna deform less over time. So I would actually prefer something, you know, I like this. This feels good. Camber feels good. Feels very balanced. I'll just go down for a squat. Do a lunge here. Yeah. Re-rack. Okay. Couple things just to note from the get that I noticed and I really like. I like straight handles. The Kabuki, although it's probably the safety squat bar I use the most, I use that probably the most in the Mars bar. I don't like the handles. The handles come out and then down. They're angled. So they're like out here. You feel you're kind of like you're like a Star Wars gunner or something, you know? Just, I like them to be higher up. I can position my hands better. It feels better. I really like the thickness of the handle. I feel like that's something they could have easily overlooked. The Elite FTS and the Titan, both the version 2 and the new Made in USA one, uses like a rubber plastic type grip. Much prefer the knurling. I don't know why it took so long for a company to do that. Rogue's is just like this metal pipe, black powder coated. Honestly, the Rogue safety squat bar, it's very far down the line. I'm really hoping they come out with an improved version with some of their new like third wave type of look. I think they will. One thing that's of note is the width between the yokes. This is, I think, 8.3 or something inches. It's basically 8 inches. 8 inches is kind of standard. They didn't like go back to the drawing board and change that. The Kabuki Strength Transformer bar is more around 8.5, but Titan is around 8 inches. Rogues is around it too. So it's enough space where pretty much anybody of any size can get in there. Somebody like 7 foot like me or somebody like 4 foot like Sam. So works for everybody. The other thing is the camber does, I don't know if it's just like feeling, it feels like it's a little bit farther out than like the Elite FTS or Titan. This may be a little bit longer drop. It does feel like it pitches me a little bit more forward, which means it's gonna be a little bit more tough on the lower back, which is fine. That's the reason you use a safety squat bar, because it's kind of in between a deadlift and a squat. It works both your posterior very heavily, forces you to stay back and activate your upper back, upper traps. So for that purpose, works great. Throwing the plates on, I really like the 2-inch diameter. I like this chrome on it. Honestly, for the price, this thing's a winner. I mean, 330 bucks free shipping. If I was buying a new safety squat bar, I didn't have all the safety squat bars I currently have, and I was looking for the best value, this would be it. Like, I'll do a breakdown maybe to compare them. If you'd like to see them, you can let me know and we can compare them. One bar though, I do want to hold out on before I just say, go with this one, will be the Titan Made in USA one. We got it in. The old Titan one was our recommendation for the best value. It's a little bit cheaper. You know, this is like $330, theirs is $300. It's really worth an extra 30 bucks. You have to decide that. But I will say, Titan's is made in the USA, does have a nice look, black and everything, but they don't have the knurling on the handles. And that may be enough to spend 30 bucks, at least in my mind. So if you'd like to see that, let us know in the comments. We'll talk about it in the future. Just off the get though, first impressions, I'm a big fan. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They've taken a long time to come out with these releases, which is annoying, but it's a lot better than coming out with something that sucks and then having to revert immediately into a version 2.0 like we've seen from some other companies. So I'm very happy they went this direction, waited a little bit, dialed it in. And I'm gonna be honest, this is dialed in. I will say one thing of note, although this feels significantly harder, it doesn't feel any different. Like, I don't notice it on my shoulder, but because it's denser, what could happen is this side could bow in more, this side could stay out. So honestly, like, that's a QC issue they should have caught, especially because they have the QC checklist here, which is annoying, but I'm curious, if you ordered one of these, let me know if you have that on yours. Love to hear from you. All right, this is Coop from Garage Gym Reviews. We'll see you next time. Peace.